it's Whitney from EcoVeganGal.com and welcome back to another episode of Buy or DIY, the series where I review some of my favorite vegan food products and then show you how to make them at home so that everybody has access to them. Now this episode is an especially good one for this series because it features a product that I think is only available in California. And I've talked about this a few times and people have said, wow, I wish that I had that in my area. So now all of you can have it because I'm gonna show you how to make it at home. This product is by a company called Omega Creamery, and they make these omega milks that are so fantastic. They are easily one of my all-time favorite non-dairy milks. A lot of people complain about the flavor of non-dairy milks, especially when they're switching over from dairy-based milk to the vegan plant-based milks, because it just tastes different. Maybe the consistency isn't right, maybe the flavor isn't right. And I've tried so many milks over the years. When I first went vegan, I tried soy milk, then I tried rice, almond, and almond was a staple of mine for a while until I realized that I was sensitive to almond milks. So then I've switched mainly over to rice milks, and then coconut milk exploded onto the scene, and coconut milk is still to this day one of my favorites. Omega Creamery caught my attention because it's placed right in the same section as dairy-based milk. So I thought it was kind of clever because maybe people that drink dairy would start to pay attention to this non-dairy alternative. And it kind of looks like dairy milk, just the way the bottle is produced. I'll show you a picture right here. I actually decided not to have any in person today because I would have had to go buy some, and that kind of defeats the purpose of making it myself. But this is what it looks like. And I tried it and it's so delicious because it combines three different types of ingredients, which is flax, rice, and hemp milk. It's got this super creamy consistency. There's three different flavors. There's original, there's vanilla, and there's unsweetened. I like the unsweetened because I don't like to have extra sweetness added to my drinks. I like to add that in if I want to. And I've used this milk in so many different ways, for cereals, for oatmeals, for smoothies, for all sorts of recipes. It works fantastic, and I'm excited that now I can introduce you to that too. So we're gonna start off with 3 cups of water. I've got the water right here in my blend tech. And then we're gonna take 3/4 of a cup of cooked rice. And I have some cooked basmati rice that I'm gonna use here. You can use brown or white rice. It's really a great way to use leftover rice or rice if it turns out to be kind of soggy, which was perfect because that happened to me last week in the last Buy or DIY video. So we'll take 1/3 of a cup of this and put it right into the blender with the water. Then we're gonna take some raw organic hemp seeds. I have some from OGO, but you can easily find these in bulk from a variety of different companies. They're becoming more and more common in all sorts of grocery stores. I've even seen them in discount stores like Grocery Outlet, which I love. So they don't have to be organic, but I just have a preference for organic. I would look out for that. So we're gonna add in 1/3 of a cup of the hemp seeds. One of my favorite milks to make at home is hemp seed milk because it's so easy and you don't have to strain it. All you have to do is take about 1/2 cup of hemp seeds and then as much water as you want, maybe 2 to 3 cups, blend it up, get to the creaminess factor, and you're ready to go. Now the next ingredients we're gonna add is flax, and honestly I'm not quite sure what's gonna work best. Actual whole flax seeds or flaxseed oil. On the Omega ingredient list, they use flaxseed oil, so I'm tempted to use this. I'm leaning more towards the whole flax seeds because I have a feeling that's what you're gonna have too. Maybe in the future I'll try it with the flaxseed oil and see if it's a little bit more true to the recipe. We wanna go easy on the flax seeds, so I'm gonna ease into this because I've actually never made flaxseed milk before. So I'm gonna go with about 1/8 of a cup and then taste it afterwards to see if I need to add more in. Then we want to add in a sweetener. It's very common for people to use dates when they make their own non-dairy milk, so I would encourage that. In the Omega recipe, they use brown rice syrup, so I'm going to use some of this. I'm going to start off with 2 tablespoons of the brown rice syrup and then add more if needed. Then we're gonna add in some vanilla extract. Feel free to leave this out if you don't want that vanilla flavor. We're gonna do 1/2 teaspoon of the powdered vanilla extract. Of course, you can use the liquid vanilla extract too. So a pinch of salt can really help bring up the flavor of a milk. Completely optional, but because it's in the Omega Creamery milk, I'm gonna add it in. All the ingredients are in the blender. Let's blend it up, taste it, and see if we need to make any adjustments. You want to blend your milk for about 1 minute, just as long as it gets to that nice creamy consistency. All the rice and the flax seeds and the hemp seeds are well combined and broken down. Let's check it out. Consistency looks good, it's nice and foamy. Take my ladle here and try a little bit. I don't know about this. It has a little bit of a funky taste to it. It's kind of bitter. I'm gonna add in another cup of water and about maybe another 1/4 of a cup of rice. And I'm gonna add in another tablespoon of the brown rice syrup. Okay, let's try it out and see if it got any better. Yes, better. Okay, needs more rice. So I'm gonna change the recipe to a cup of rice, 4 cups of water, 1/8 of a cup, maybe even a little bit less of flax seeds, and 1/4 of a cup of hemp seeds to reduce the bitterness. And then do 2 tablespoons of brown rice syrup, 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla extract, and that pinch of salt. It should be just right. Now all we have to do is strain this out, and I want to show you what I'm using to do that today. This is a nut milk bag, which is a really great item to have in your kitchen. I've had these for years, but this is a brand new one from a company I was recently introduced to called Kitchen Zen. This is their nut net, and it's a high quality nut milk bag that is made with really strong fiber that's called welding. A lot of nut milk bags are sewn together so they're weaker, and this has nice fine meshing that will strain it out and give you that nice smooth creamy milk. It's a family owned business, and this company was created to help out their autistic son. And autistic children tend to be very sensitive to dairy, so they make almond milk for their son using these bags. It's such a sweet story. I'll link to them right down below so you can learn more about them. If you're gonna buy a nut milk bag, I really encourage you to support them because you know it's going to a really good place. All right, let's try it out. So we're gonna put it over a bowl and then just pour it right in here. These bags are so fun to use. So you kind of zip it together like this, and then you're gonna squeeze it out. It's so satisfying. And now I'm gonna transfer the milk, which is so creamy, into a nice container that I can store in the fridge. And now I have super easy, homemade, delicious, creamy milk to use for all the different ways that I want. Cereals, smoothies, baked goods, on and on. I'm very excited, and now I don't have to spend quite as much as I do when I purchase a Meg Creamery's milk, which is definitely on the expensive side. It retails for like $5 or $6. Now I want to hear from you. What is your favorite non-dairy milk to make at home? Leave me your favorite recipe in the comments down below, and let me know, do you use a nut milk bag? Do you use a cheesecloth? What do you use to strain out your milks? Thank you so much for watching today. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and if this is your first time watching one of my videos, be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on any of the content. I have new buy or DIY episodes every Monday. And speaking of which, be sure to check out these other buy or DIY episodes right here. And they're also linked down below in the YouTube description field. If you want more information, you can find it at ecovegangal.com. There's recipes and all sorts of tips for leading a healthy, happy vegan life. And I would love to connect with you on social media, so be sure to look for the links down below in the description field. And I will see you next Monday for another episode. Until then, bye, have a great one.